Hey Star Siblings, welcome to Sunday's Starcast and self-care schedule for the week ahead energies. I'm Bree, the founder of Stella Sage, and today we're unraveling the self-care theme of the week, inspired by the cosmic forecast to align with the universe and become our higher self incarnated. If this is my first time meeting you, welcome to my new channel. I just want you to know how happy it really makes me that I found you today. So before we get started, I have a side note that I want to say. Not only does my creative flow take me really deep sometimes, or a lot of the time, the editing is also proving to be taking me longer than anticipated. So let's just say my timeliness is a work in progress. But I truly believe this content is worth it, so hit the subscribe button and ring the bell notification so that you'll at least get notified when I upload the videos, even if they're a different day than what I said that they would be. Hopefully it won't continue to keep being a problem for me, but at least then I won't feel so bad if I'm running behind schedule from what I intended. I do have a natal Mercury retrograde after all, so I'd appreciate it if you can cut me some slack. But trust me when I say the fact that it's in the sign of Capricorn, just know it's a goal of mine that I am truly striving to improve. Now, before we dive into the astrology, let's explore our self-care schedule that will fuel your spirit for the week ahead. Monday's movement will be a Hatha Yoga class to balance your heart chakra to heal, develop, and deepen self-love and compassion. For Wednesday's wisdom, we'll be discussing in depth Pluto in Aquarius in regards to topics of power dynamics, change and transformation, the principle of unity and oneness in relation to individuality, social reform, and the revolution towards self-sovereignty at the collective level. Then Friday's focus will be a meditation and Reiki healing for honoring self-love and reclaiming your individual power. So now let's dive into the astrology transits that are inspiring these lessons for the week and influencing our creative potential. These are collective energies that are affecting us all by transit. But pay attention to the degrees that these aspects are hitting, because if you have any planets or points around this degree in your chart, you'll want to take some time to explore the transit topics further because you'll be feeling the energy in a more personalized way. It's like the universe is speaking directly to you in regards to these concepts. As my way to build connection and support you from my own experience, I'll be sharing insight into how these transiting energies are hitting my own chart and how these themes are influencing my life personally. I hope I find the right balance between sharing my personal details without overdoing it. So please feel free to give me your feedback, as well as letting it be an invite for you to share your own experiences. Now let's delve into the details about these cosmic currents. Today we have Venus in Sagittarius making a trine to the North Node in Aries at 19 degrees. This aspect truly lays the foundation for the week ahead, with self-love being the key theme. Trine aspects suggest a flow of positive energy, and in this case, it can have specific influence on your relationships, personal growth, and your alignment with your life's purpose. This signifies a harmonious aspect between the planet of love, Venus, and the point associated with our life path and destiny, the North Node. Venus represents love, beauty, and harmony. In Sagittarius, there is an emphasis on adventure, exploration, and a free-spirited approach to relationships. Sagittarius is the truth-seeking sign, known for its optimism, enthusiasm, and philosophical and spiritual mindset, and a desire for expansiveness in love and connections. The North Node in Aries is a significant transit that influences the collective energy and individual life paths in regards to growth and evolution, with an emphasis on integrating the qualities of the sign Aries until January of next year. Aries is a sign associated with individuality, courage, and taking initiative. The North Node in Aries is encouraging you to step into your own identity, be assertive, and pursue your passions. The trine between Venus and Sagittarius and the North Node in Aries is a supportive time to align your values, relationships, and personal growth with your life's purpose. You'll feel more in flow with your deeper truths and want to seek knowledge, contemplation, or connection to further explore your beliefs. It encourages you to embrace love with a sense of freedom and authenticity. This alignment may bring opportunities for expansive and adventurous connections in your relationships. This aspect can contribute to relationships that are not only harmonious, but also aligned with your personal and spiritual growth. The influence of Sagittarius may inspire you to seek relationships that allow for exploration, learning, and mutual growth. But keep in mind that with Aries energy from the North Node, the universe is nudging us to integrate more independence and self-discovery. This is a prime time to embrace your individuality and take courageous steps aligned with the direction of your life path and what you truly value. Personally, these lessons are playing out strong in my life. I can honestly say that my interest in developing Aries qualities into my personality was sparked when I first discovered that my part of fortune is in this sign. And Mars, the planetary ruler of Aries, is in my second house, the house that represents material resources, values, and self-worth. My natal Mars, Pluto, and my nodal axis are all at 17 degrees and are key players in fulfilling my destiny. Venus is my chart ruler as a Libra rising, and this transit Venus is conjunct my natal Mars, and the nodal axis is squaring my natal Sun, as well as creating multiple sextiles, trines, and squares to all of these planets and points I just mentioned in my chart. Hence, my intense drive towards entrepreneurship and spiritual growth. Monday, the Sun in Capricorn forms a sextile aspect with Neptune in Pisces at 25 degrees. When the Sun is in Capricorn, there is a focus on goals, responsibility, and a disciplined approach to achieving success. Neptune is the planet of dreams, intuition, and spirituality. In Pisces, it is particularly potent as Pisces is its natural ruling sign. Neptune in Pisces enhances sensitivity, compassion, and a connection to the mystical and imaginative realms. This aspect gives us an opportunity for easy flow and collaboration between these energies, blending Capricorn's practical and goal-oriented energy with Neptune's intuitive and dreamy qualities. It's a time when you can find creative solutions to practical challenges, combining realism with inspiration. The influence of Neptune in Pisces can infuse your goals and ambitions with a sense of inspiration and higher purpose. You may find that your aspirations are guided by a deeper understanding of your spiritual or soulful path. This aspect supports creative endeavors and imaginative thinking. It's a favorable time for artists, visionaries, and those involved in creative projects. The Sun in Capricorn provides structure, while Neptune in Pisces adds a touch of magic and artistic flair. The combination of Capricorn and Pisces energies can enhance your ability to understand and empathize with others. There's a compassionate and understanding vibe that can benefit relationships and collaborations. While Capricorn tends to be grounded and realistic, the influence of Neptune encourages you to embrace a broader vision and consider the spiritual or emotional aspects of your goals. It's about finding a balance between pragmatism and intuition. This transit can be conducive for spiritual growth and insights. It's a time when you may feel a stronger connection to your inner self, intuitive guidance, or spiritual practices that support your personal development. So right now is an ideal time for inspired goal setting, creative endeavors, and finding a balanced approach to achieving success with a touch of magic and compassion. This theme is also playing out over a longer period of time, with transiting Saturn, the planetary ruler of Capricorn, traveling through the sign Pisces until February of 2026. So this sextile aspect is a favorable time to make progress that will ultimately have lasting benefits on your overall vitality and well-being. Now, this is another familiar energy for me, as Neptune sits conjunct my natal sun in Capricorn, as well as Mercury, Neptune, and Uranus. And my sun at 21 degrees forms a natal square aspect to my Libra ascendant. But on Monday, this transiting sun at 25 degrees will make an exact square, highlighting my need to better balance a structured approach to my dreams, or it will continue to create conflict for me with how I am perceived by others and damage my reputation. Hence, the side note from earlier about my goal to improve my ability to better direct my creativity so that I can actually stick to my schedule that I created. Having ADHD only exacerbates this problem, but hey, we can work on this together and support each other in our individual process for self-improvement. Thursday, Mercury in Capricorn is forming a sextile with Saturn in Pisces at 4 degrees. This aspect carries a cooperative interaction between the planet of communication, Mercury, and the planet of structure and discipline, Saturn. Similar to the last aspect, but this will carry a slightly different flavor or specificity. So let's break it down. Mercury represents communication, intellect, and the way that we process information. In Capricorn, Mercury takes on a practical and strategic approach to communication. There's a focus on organizing, planning, and a clear, concise expression of ideas. Saturn is associated with discipline, responsibility, and long-term planning. In Pisces, Saturn's energy is influenced by the dreamy, intuitive, and compassionate qualities of the sign. This brings a sense of structure applied to matters related to creativity, spirituality, and the subconscious. So currently, we'll feel a sense of ease with this, but the sextile requires your personal will and action to receive its benefits. It's a favorable time for expressing ideas in a clear and organized manner while incorporating intuitive and creative elements. This aspect supports structured thinking and planning, especially in areas related to creativity, spiritual pursuits, and intuitive insights. It's a great time for strategic communication that is grounded in reality, yet open to imaginative possibilities. Which is the perfect cue to talk about my shirt. Head in the clouds, but my gravity centered. From Stella Sage. Go get yours now. Super cute. I'll put the link in the description. The influence of Saturn adds a layer of responsibility and discipline to Mercury's communication style. It enhances the ability to make practical and effective decisions, especially in areas related to creativity, spiritual projects, or intuitive pursuits. This aspect is supportive of articulating goals and plans with clarity and precision. Whether in professional or personal matters, there is a strategic approach to communication that aligns with long-term objectives. In educational or teaching settings, this sextile can enhance structured learning and effective communication of complex concepts. It encourages a balance between practical knowledge and a deeper understanding of spiritual or creative subjects. So, as I mentioned before, my natal Mercury sits conjunct and actually sandwiched between Neptune and Saturn in the sign of Capricorn. Though they are making a different kind of aspect, I understand this interplay of energy well. What I'll add from my personal experience is the heavy Saturnian energy can cause an increased feeling of melancholy, self-doubt, and criticism. It's essential to lean on the compassion of Pisces influence here so that you can keep a more optimistic mindset and lean into the practice of self-love, which happens to perfectly cue up the energies for Friday, where we have Jupiter coming in to help with positivity. But we'll also have Neptune making aspect to Venus that can very well take it over the top, and in not such a good way. Let me tell you what I mean. Friday, we have Capricorn making a trine to Jupiter in Taurus at 6 degrees, and Venus in Sagittarius forming a square with Neptune in Pisces at 25 degrees. Jupiter is associated with optimism, growth, and abundance. And in Taurus, this will help us have a more positive outlook in terms of our self-worth. With the influence of Mercury in Capricorn, this will bring practicality and optimism in communication. Ideas and information can be expressed in a grounded and realistic manner. with an underlying sense of enthusiasm and hope. This aspect supports strategic planning and expansion of ideas, especially in practical and tangible areas of life. It's a favorable time for making long-term plans, setting goals, and implementing strategies for growth, particularly in material or financial domains. When transiting Venus is in Sagittarius, forming a square aspect with Neptune in Pisces, it creates a dynamic and potentially challenging alignment between the planet of love and beauty, Venus, and the planet associated with dreams, illusions, and spirituality, Neptune. To me, this is a warning message of potentially too much of a good thing. Neptune's influence can sometimes lead to escapism or avoidance of reality, and Venus can have a tendency to overindulge. A square aspect signifies a challenging and tension-filled interaction with potential conflicts or difficulties in reconciling the energies of these two planets. With Venus square Neptune, there may be a tendency to idealize love or relationships. The desire for a perfect utopian connection can lead to a potential delusionment when reality doesn't match the idealized version. There may be challenges in understanding each other's expectations, leading to misunderstandings or unmet needs. Or there may be a temptation to avoid dealing with relationship issues and responsibilities, seeking solace in idealized fantasies. On a positive note, Neptune is a higher octave of Venus, so love and compassion are strong themes that you can tap into at this time. These are also two creative planets, so this is an aspect that can fuel artistic inspiration, especially in the realms of art, music, and poetry. It's a favorable time for tapping into imaginative and romantic themes. Despite the challenges, the square aspect can also encourage spiritual exploration within relationships. It's an opportunity to connect on a deeper, soulful level, transcending mundane concerns. It's crucial during this transit to establish healthy boundaries and bring a dose of realism into relationships. Setting realistic expectations and addressing any illusions can help navigate potential challenges. Let's just say I love to fantasize and escape into an idealized vision when it comes to both love and money. This transit of Venus is making an exact sextile to my ascendant, so I'm all about this dream of myself right now. At this time, all I can think about is expressing myself through this business. Though I feel there isn't enough time for me to dedicate into my relationships right now, the love I feel from pursuing this passion of mine for Stella Sage is really filling my cup emotionally, and I have faith that it will financially too. We'll see what comes up in regards to my romantic affairs, but I'm not gonna lie, I've definitely been enjoying doting on myself these days. Then Saturday, we have the much anticipated transit of Pluto's ingress into the sign of Aquarius. I'm not gonna say too much about this now because I'm dedicating all of Wednesday's video to talk about it, but what makes this even more special is the conjunction the sun is making to Pluto in Capricorn just hours before they both ingress into Aquarius. For me, this could not be more representative of a grand finale. Even though Pluto will retrograde back into Capricorn one more time briefly later this year, but this is big, guys. Really big. Especially for someone who has 5 planets and my IC angle in Capricorn that hit aspect to Pluto in an exact conjunction over and over since 2008. Pluto, the planet of the underworld that deals with power dynamics, toxicity, death, and rebirth. And the fact that it's currently sitting conjunct my IC at the critical 29th degree in which this transit Sun-Pluto conjunction will take place. I don't know. Let's just say I think my life is about to get a whole lot better. At least I hope so. I guess we'll just have to wait and see. And keep my fingers crossed. I do have Venus at 2 degrees Aquarius, so there's that. And then in opposition to my moon in Leo at 5 degrees, and then my North Node at 17 degrees Aquarius. So there's still a little bit more, but by age 45, Pluto will have aspected every single one of my planets. Lucky me. So ultimately, this week has tons of potential to fill your cup if you use the energies wisely. So together this week, let's co-create with the universe and use the abundant opportunities being gifted to us to become who we love to be. Until next time, shine bright, star siblings.